our next guest, I don't know if she thought she'd ever be on the show, let alone an assistant coach at BYU, but both are happening and both are very exciting. Her name's Melanie Day, new women's basketball assistant coach with BYU. Melanie, it's great to see you, first off. Saw you a couple years ago. We chatted. We talked about you on the show, but now you're an assistant coach at BYU.
You know,
this is incredible.
If I'm being honest, the reason why I took this job is so I could get on the show. So this is life goals right here.
Nice.
Yes.
Not the top 25 team that you'll inherit as an assistant
No,
coach?
not at all.
Or...
It's all about this right here.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that, albeit an oversight on your part. But yeah, let's go right there. Obviously, you've have had breast cancer. I guess I don't know where you're at with that, but now you were told you have 5 years to live. Mm-hmm. How many years has it been? You're an assistant coach now. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer about 6 years ago, and then it became terminal, metastatic, or stage 4 in 2015. And so they said 5 years, but I believe in miracles, and for almost 3 years I've had clear scans. And so they say NEAD, no evidence of active disease, and that's where I'm at. It's kind of like remission. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I feel great. I feel healthy. The treatment I do is so minimal. It doesn't affect me at all. I wouldn't even call it treatment. And, yeah, I just, I feel so good and healthy and so lucky to be here. But we can get into that more about how that happened.
How did you get here? So we, we're looking up a couple different articles and things like that. It's just about your experience of I'm just living life. I'm scared not to not live it, right? And
had a bucket list. And the team sent you to North Carolina.
Yes.
And now you're coaching some of those players, I guess, that may have helped send you there.
Yeah. Brenna and Jazz, I think, were freshmen, sophomores? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So how did all of this shake up where you are right here by, the two most handsome?
Well, now we're next door neighbors. You work next door.
Yes,
which is
we're
awesome,
neighbors.
right? Yeah.
I'm expecting some cookies, guys.
Well, I'm only here part-time, so.
Spencer will do that. Don't worry.
So, when the opening happened, honestly, I've never thought I'd get back into it. Just with a family and just my situation with cancer. But things just started happening. I started talking to my husband about it. He's the first one who actually mentioned, would you ever be interested in doing it? And I thought it wasn't even an option. So when he said that, I thought, maybe, yes, he planted the seed. And then, just one thing led to another. And I talked to my doctor, my oncologist at length about it. And she wrote this letter for me saying that I am, giving me permission to take a full-time job and to, a stressful job that includes traveling and, as it is being a college coach. And so I think I'm going to frame that letter. But she gave me the permission. I've had these clear scans for so long. She calls me a walking miracle. And, do you guys know Isaiah Austin?
No.
Baylor player.
Okay.
5 years ago.
Yes.
So
with he had cancer in his eye or something?
Marfan syndrome.
Okay.
So 5 years ago, he left after sophomore year for the draft. And days before the draft, he was told he could never play basketball again. And so obviously devastated, went into a deep depression about it. But he started to do some research and found a doctor at Stanford that would work with him. So this doctor cleared him to do light pickup. And we know no athlete's going to do light pickup. No.
Yeah.
So he goes back to this doctor after going all out and says, can we do more? Eventually this doctor clears him to play professionally. Last year, he averaged 35 points and 10 rebounds in the same league in China as Jimmer. So I'm looking at that and thinking, I've been given this certain amount of time to live, quote unquote, statistically. And, I don't want to sit back and wait for death to happen and wait for it to get me. I'm going to go after my dreams. I'm going to go after what I want. And I love BYU. I love basketball. I love Jetty. I love this team. And I'm going to go out and get my 35-point and 10-rebound season, just like Isaiah Austin.
Nice.
That's
why I'm here.
That's so awesome. And I remember meeting you a couple years ago and thinking, wow, you're very brave. And now to hear that you're very healthy and things are going well and now you're back. And it's not just that you are a former player and this is a nice story. You played at UCLA for 3 years. You went on a mission to Portugal. You named one of your kids' middle name Milagre, which means miracle, because you were going through chemo while pregnant, which is another story, right?
Another.
But and then you coached at UNLV as well, so you've been in the game. It's not like this is brand new, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did coach junior jazz last year, so this is a bit of a step up.
Yeah, so that you're bringing that experience to the table as well. You mentioned you love Jetty. You played 1 year for BYU, and it was a Sweet 16 year.
Yeah.
I think that's something BYU is hoping they can do again this year, right?
Yeah.
Given the talent coming back.
I think we could do a little more. You know, I think this team is really talented, and if they put in the work, it could be a really special season.
Did that influence you at all? How good BYU was, or was it no matter what BYU was like, you wanted to be there?
I mean, it's definitely like icing on the cake, right? It's not why, but it's like a really nice bonus.
You look at the roster, you go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got some players.
Yeah.
So when you coached previously versus, kind of now and coming out of everything.
And against BYU, by the way.
Yeah,
yes.
In the Mountain West.
Same conference, yeah.
Do you think you'll be a different coach and have different styles, or?
Definitely. I'm so comfortable with Jetty's system and here at BYU, and also I just have a lot of life experience.
Yeah.
You know, when I was coaching at UNLV, it was right after I was playing. I was similar to the ages of the players, and so they would always joke around with me about that.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm a little more wise in my old age. You know, I could be their mother. So, and so I am a mother, and being a wife, a mother, and just going through what I've been through, I think it's the life experience that I'll bring that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
How would that perspective perhaps change you as a coach, where not only are you older and wiser, but what you've gone through with breast cancer?
Yeah. I think I'll be more calm about things and put things in perspective for the players and the staff, my mantra has been stop saying someday. Stop saying someday I'll do this, someday I'll start this business, I'll go on this vacation, I'll work hard at, whatever I'm doing. The time is now. And so I think that perspective is what I really want to bring for these players, that this is it. They've got 4 years to play, and some of them may play after that, but some of them might not, and to do it now, not to wait. They're going to regret it. I don't want them to have regrets, because a lot of people talk about that. They wish they would have worked harder or worked on this. And so I want them to, in school too, academically, everything, and networking. That's something that I wish I would have done better, is network with other athletes, other students, When I was at UCLA, I was surrounded by Olympians and professional athletes that came around all the time. So I wish I would have just, done a little more of that.
That's my biggest thing too. I swear, I'm not saying this because I'm on TV right now. If it wasn't for BYUtv and being able to have my face still known, within the community, my networking would it'd be literally all for nothing. So thank you,
well,
Jarom.
We're glad that worked as well.
I appreciate it.
Your amazing personality also
have you
helps.
Have you got a chance to talk to the girls or meet anybody yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been around them.
And how's that been?
Awesome. They're awesome. I walked down to the team lounge thinking that's where they kind of study, quote unquote. In my mind, I'm thinking. But, some kids were there the other day, and I was asking the players, hey, how do you turn on the TV so I could put on a show for these kids? They didn't know how to turn on the TV.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so they are studying.
See, we got
surprise.
We got to say
surprise. Well, we're going to have you back on, and we're going to see you a lot.
No,
Let's
give me
you the BYU.
The marker.
Oh, the marker. Yeah. We'd love to have you sign our flag. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Great to have you back, and excited to hang out a lot more.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys.
And we'll get you those cookies.
Yes,
I'm
waiting.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate
dark,
chip.
Semi-sweet.
Okay, that's a little picky, but we'll do it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You can have whatever you want. Spencer is going to write this down.
Yeah,
somebody's taking notes right now for Spencer.
He's listening. It's all good.
My man, Daniel Schneemann, is still making rolls. Find out what kind of rolls.
Wait, he's still the role player of the week or whatever?
Still the roll man.
And the watch list for the watch list. What Cougars will be mentioned in football watch list starting next week. This is BYU Sports Nation.